Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, told me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, preaching this word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Peace and salutations to the Akim and the Aqua, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. And this would be something quick. Just want to speak about the Lord and how he's steadily working. You know, this would be the time to get right with the Lord while the doors of mercy are still open. But as the days go by, they're closing more and more. And not only closing, they're going to slam shut. And then you're going to have no hedge of protection for you. So I got a couple of articles I'm going to hit a couple of precepts, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying. All right, this is from Como News. It says, owner attacked, mauled to deletion by his three massive dogs at playground. You know, the Lord got them spirits created for vengeance. It says a man was mauled to deletion by his three massive dogs at a playground. According to the New York Post, a man was attacked by his own dogs while at a playground in San Diego Friday. The publication reported that the dogs continued to maul the man despite attempts from bystanders to stop the attack. It says San Diego police responded at around noon after receiving reports of a dog attack, according to the Post, which reported that authorities found three extra-large bullies attacking an individual. The publication reported that one witness thought police were trying to arrest a criminal because the attack was so vicious. Yeah, you see that? For all you naysayers and wicked people alike, this could become your fate if you don't hearken into the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. You know? Matter of fact, let me get that. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or also known as Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Verse 30, here's the point. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Teeth of wild beasts, like those three massive dogs that guy had. Tore his ass up for him being wicked. You know, the Lord got spirits of vengeance out here. Verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And that's what you've seen. Spirits created for vengeance, they rejoice in the Lord's commandment, in the Heavenly Father's commandment. And they're ready on the earth when need is. And when their time has come, they don't transgress the Lord's word. Which means whatever the Lord sends them out to do, that's what they do. Got another one. It says, one deleted and 9 others hospitalized in Maryland mass banging or shooting. Police also found the vehicle in flames when they arrived at the scene on Tuesday. Man. Let me see if this video will play.
An initial call for service, they spoke of multiple gunshots at that location. Our officers searched the scene. They found multiple victims and alerted the fire department. The fire department came to the scene and took care of the victims at the scene and transported them to the hospital. At this time, we have 10 individuals that have been injured. One's deceased. 9 were transported to the hospital. At this time, we believe this to be a targeted incident, that it was isolated. It appears that the individuals in this case somehow knew one another, and that this incident was intentional and targeted towards the individuals that were involved in this incident.
I'm engaged. I'm getting married.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Damn ads, man. Yeah, but as you can see, the Lord got his judge. The Lord got judgment coming out, and the Spirit's created for vengeance. A mass shooting in the Townsend area of Baltimore County, Maryland, has left 1 deleted and 9 others hospitalized. Baltimore County Police Department confirmed in a post on X, formerly Twitter, that the incident took place on Tuesday, December 17th, shortly before 7:15 p.m. local time. Authorities responded to the 8500 block area of Loch Raven Boulevard in Towson following multiple reports of a shooting. The police said they were considering the incident a mass shooting, and the injured were transported to area hospitals. When officers arrived, they found the vehicle on its side and in flames. Baltimore County Police Chief Robert McCullough said during a press conference, that's that guy that was just talking, I believe. Multiple victims were discovered and the fire department was alerted to provide assistance. McCullough added that while the incident appears to be intentional and they believe the individuals knew each other, there was no ongoing threat to the public. Yeah, so there you have it. The Lord is steadily working. Got judgment going out. Matter of fact, let's get that. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? And you see the Lord is written in all caps, so that lets you know it's talking about the Heavenly Father. And his name is Yahweh. It says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh hath not done it? And so it's him that does this evil. And how does he do it? He does it by sending those evil angels. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 49. It says, he cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. Yeah, you see that? There you go. The Lord sent evil angels among the people, and the evil angels do his bidding on the left-hand side for the Heavenly Father. And like it says in the Apocrypha, The spirits created for vengeance, they rejoice at the commandment of the Heavenly Father, you know? And they're ready when need is. And when it's time for them to perform, they don't transgress his word. Meaning they don't do what he said them to do. They do it. You know? That's why the Heavenly Father is to be feared, man. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 45, verse 5. It says, I am the Lord, there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Yeah, so it's our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, that does these things. You know? Creates peace and makes evil. He makes peace and creates evil. The Lord does it all. He's omnipotent, meaning all-powerful. Every day he brings his judgment to light, but the unjust knoweth no shame. This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame. Yeah, every morning the Lord brings his judgment to light, as you see with these articles I've been reading. Guy gets attacked by his own dogs. Police pull up to a mass shooting. 1 deleted, 9 others hospitalized. You know, so the Lord is bringing out his judgment every day. All right, this is from NBC News. Let me see if this will play.
Has lived here since the 70s. He said there has never been anything even close to this happening on this street before. He says the family has lived here for a few years. We checked records showing them at this address since 2021. He says they kept to themselves. Other than the school bus picking up kids for school, they were quiet.
No, that's the kind of things you see on LA News or something like that, but to happen here, but I guess it can happen anywhere.
Tristan Williams moved in last year. His girlfriend called him at work, letting him know there was something serious going on. He never imagined a crime so severe, so close to his home.
You don't really realize how real the world can be until it's like close to home.
It says 5 family members found deleted in Utah home. Boy 17 found wounded. Police in West Valley City, a suburb of Salt Lake City, said they don't believe the leader is at large. Says 5 members of a Utah family were found deleted in their home after a concerned relative checked on the residence, where one survivor was found with a gunshot wound, police said. The deleted are a 42-year-old man, 38-year-old woman, an 11-year-old boy, and girls ages 9 and 2. See? So the Lord isn't a respecter of persons. He gets them all. You know, whether man or woman, whether male or female, old or young. You know, this reminds me of the book of Ezekiel. That's the book of Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And it reads, And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And I did this before. When you look up that word mark, it's not the same word as mark. It's not the same mark as that's in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Revelation 13 and 16. You see? That mark is Tawah. And it says a desire or a mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. You see? That's why it's always good to look up words in the blue letter. It's always good to look up words in the Hebrew and the Greek to get its original meaning. Just because it's an English word doesn't mean that it has the same meaning. You know, the scriptures was translated from Hebrew and Greek into Latin, into English. And the words that are translated don't necessarily carry over and don't hold the same amount of weight. So it's always good to look up words. I learned that from the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. You know? Then you go to verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Verse 6 is the point. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So the Heavenly Father told this angel to smite. Or told this angel to go and smite the people, and don't come near don't come near any man that has the mark or the exemption from judgment. And it's only given to the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So it's talking about the nation of Israel. You know? Like it tells you in the book of, I believe it's 1 Peter 4:17, that the Lord will begin that the judgment of the Lord will begin at the house of the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get it before I butcher it. Yeah, here we go. For this 1 Peter 4:17, and it reads, For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, and if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Yeah. And as you can see, the judgment is going to begin at those who claim to know that they're Israelites. You know? That's where the judgment is going to begin at. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? See, the righteous is going to scarcely be saved. And like it tells you in the Apocrypha, don't worry about the punishment of the unrighteous. Worry about how don't worry about the punishment of the wicked. Worry about how the righteous will be saved. And that's what we do. You know, so we tell all the righteous to come back and turn back from their wicked ways and to follow the ways of the Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know, just make it something quick through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, I end it there. The Lord's willing, you was edified. Until next time, we're going to say Shalom to the elect. Make sure that you turn back from your wicked ways so you don't receive the wrath of the Heavenly Father.